Assalamu Alaikum dear brothers and sisters, I am Mohammed Usman Ahmed Qureshi and you are watching Usman Ahmed Reaction। उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आप सब लोग खैर खैरियत से होंगे और अपने घर वालों के साथ अच्छी खुशी ज़िंदगी गुजार रहे होंगे। ब्रदर्स एंड सिस्टर्स, आज की जो हमारी वीडियोस का टॉपिक है कि रशियन प्रेसिडेंट टुक बिग स्टेप फॉर कुरान। मज़ीद टाइम के बगैर अपनी वीडियो की तरफ बढ़ते हैं, लेकिन उससे पहले अगर आप हमारे चैनल पर नए हैं और आपने अभी तक हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और साथ ही मौजूद नोटिफिकेशन बेल को भी ऑन करें ताकि हमारे आने वाली हर नई वीडियो को नोटिफिकेशन आप तक आसानी पहुंच सके। इसके अलावा अगर आपने हमें हमारे सोशल मीडिया हैंडल्स पर फॉलो नहीं किया तो आप उन पर भी फॉलो करें, लिंक आपको नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिल जाएगा। तो मज़ीद टाइम के बगैर अपनी वीडियो की तरफ बढ़ते हैं।
Did you know that Malawi and Ethiopia are among two of the poorest countries in the world? With recent storms and droughts, families expect an empty table this Eid al-Adha. But since Islam, with charity right, has an aim to provide 100 qurbanis to poor families. Your donations to our qurbani page will give them the luxury of meat from a sheep or goat to keep them fed and happy on a special day. Insha'Allah, link in the description box below. Assalam O Alaikum brothers and sisters, I hope you are well. Sometimes individuals who have generally negative reputation or a bad image surprise us by performing a simple act that touches people's hearts. In such instances, the question arises as to whether this act is enough to classify that person as a good person in the eyes of society, or if they will still be perceived as a bad person. Recently, the Russian President Vladimir Putin said something that displayed his concern for the Muslim community. Putin, whose image is painted as a villain by the media, announced that anyone who has been found guilty of burning a Quran would be sent to prison in one of Russia's majority Muslim regions. According to Russia's news agency, President Vladimir Putin has stated that, as per the Minister of Justice statement, these individuals will be confined to correctional facilities located in regions where Muslims constitute a majority. Following the detention of a person named Nikita Hurevel on suspicion of burning a Quran in front of a mosque, President Putin's recent statement has gained a significance. It is to be noted that intentionally desecrating a copy of the Quran is punishable by life imprisonment in some Muslim majority countries and could lead to a death sentence in Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, Somalia and Pakistan, which hints that this new law will make the culprits either serve life sentences or even be punished by death. At the beginning of this year, Russia expressed its strong condemnation of an incident in which a copy of the Quran was burned in Sweden. The action received widespread condemnation, sparked calls for boycotts, and sparked protests throughout the Muslim world. As Muslims, we wholeheartedly welcome this announcement from the Russian president. It is indeed an appreciative step, as when someone makes such strict laws for insulting holy scriptures, it will make the culprits at least think twice before attempting desecration of the Quran. What we saw in Sweden was that when the extremist Rasmus Paludan dared to destroy our holy books, the government supported his act. If the government had been only a bit stricter or at least not supported the act, he would not have dared to perform such a vile act. Now, many question whether it is true that Putin announced laws favoring Islam and protecting the Holy Quran, yet he cannot be labeled as a hero based upon his previous actions against humanity. We would like to tell these trolls that one should surely be condemned if he does something wrong, but that doesn't mean that he cannot be appreciated for any good deed that he performs. It is a misconception that a seemingly good person can never fall into error, and that an infamous personality can never have an ounce of goodness in him. Even we Muslims sometimes attack our Muslim brothers and sisters by making such absurd comparisons. For example, he has a beard, yet he deals with interest, and likewise, she wears a hijab, yet she is still in a haram relationship. Being a hijabi or keeping a beard is a great virtue that will get rewarded, and dealing with interest or being in a haram relationship is a sin that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala judge accordingly. But both acts cannot be mixed with each other at any point. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, "On that day, people will proceed in separate groups to be shown the consequences of their deeds. So whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it, and whoever does an atom's weight of evil will see it." As for the step that Putin took for the protection of our holy books, it cannot be ignored at all, as it really is a brave and praiseworthy step. as recently it was becoming a trend to attack the holy scriptures of us Muslims in order to intentionally hurt our sentiments. We also do not support any act that is unjust to any human being in any way. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those who are ready to accept goodness and are
बिल्कुल नाजरीन, जैसा कि आपने देखा कि कैसे रशियन प्रेसिडेंट ने काफ़ी अच्छे स्टेप लिए कुरान की प्रोटेक्शन के लिए। क्या है तो जैसे कि उन्होंने मुख्तलिफ लॉज इंट्रोड्यूस करवाए और उन्होंने काफ़ी जो स्वीडन में जो कुरान पाक को तौबा नाउज़ुबिल्लाह जो जलाया गया था, कुरान पाक की बेहुरमती की गई थी, उसके ख़िलाफ़ उन्होंने आवाज़ उठाई। उसके अलावा बोला तो हर एक जो रिलीजन है उसकी अपनी अहमियत है, लेकिन जो गैर मुस्लिम हैं, जो ख़ास तौर पर जो इस्लाम दुश्मन अनासर हैं, वो यही सोचते हैं, वो इस बात से परेशान है कि जो इस्लाम जो है दुनिया का तेज़ी से बढ़ता हुआ मज़हब है। और क्यों ना हो कि जब इस्लाम सच्चाई है और जब लोगों को सच्चाई पता चल जाती है तो अक्लमंद शख्स क्या करता है, सच्चाई को कबूल करता है। और अक्लमंद लोग वही कर रहे हैं कि इस्लाम को कबूल कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि इस्लाम ही सच्चा मज़हब है। आप एक दफ़ा कुरान को पढ़ेंगे, समझेंगे, हमारे प्यारे नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की सीरत को पढ़ेंगे, उनके किरदार को पढ़ेंगे, उनके अखलाक के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, आप गर्विदा हो जाएंगे और आप सच्चाई को मानने से पीछे नहीं हट पाएंगे, आप सच्चाई को कबूल करने से रह नहीं पाएंगे। तो उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आपने इस वीडियो से कुछ ना कुछ सीखा होगा, और सीखा है तो लाजमी इसको दूसरों तक शेयर करें ताकि वो भी ट्रूथ को जाने और उसको एक्सेप्ट करें, और आप खुद भी ट्रूथ को जाने और उसको एक्सेप्ट करें। वीडियो पसंद आई तो लाइक और शेयर करना ना भूलें, और साथ ही साथ अपनी कीमती राय के साथ लाजमी करें। बहुत जल्द इंशाअल्लाह आपसे एक दूसरी वीडियो में मुलाकात होगी, तब तक के लिए अस्सलाम वालेकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।